with Rising Rituals with Ray, and today we are talking about something really important to leveling up your life, to taking yourself to the next level in self mastery, in your business, in your relationship, right? It is called balancing mind, body, and spirit. Why is it so important? Y'all hear me talk about balancing mind, body, and spirit all the time, but let's dive deep into why it's important that your mind, your body, and your spirit are all in alignment. But before we do that, let me introduce myself. I am Ray, and I'm a spiritual integrator. I help you balance mind, body, and spirit to get you to the next level of your self mastery journey. Speaking of balancing mind, body, and spirit, we are doing the Integrator Summit February 18th. All you gotta do is go to theintegratorsummit.com. It's a free event. Definitely sign up. We had some amazing interviews yesterday with some of our fantastic, outstanding speakers: Bryn Drescher, Samuel the Angelic Knight, Marilyn Harper, and as well as Esther Gates and Lorette Soul Sister. They're all divine channelers. The last three that I just mentioned are all divine channelers. So if you didn't check out the live video from yesterday, just go ahead and check that out, Becoming the Vessel, or check out Mastering Mindset with Bryn Drescher. Those videos were so phenomenal. So if you didn't catch them live, you can catch the replay on this channel. Okay, so let's talk about the importance of balancing mind, body, and spirit. Why is this what you're talking about all the time? Let's go deep. First of all, if there is something that you feel like you want to achieve or you're looking to achieve in life and you haven't yet done it, can we be real? Can we have a heart to heart for a second? The thing in your way is you. You are in your own way. And whether if that's mentally, whether if that's your physical body, the energy isn't flowing through your physical body, or if you're not spiritually in alignment. So let's go deep into each one of them. Mentally, your conscious mind and your unconscious mind have to be on one accord in order for you to really truly manifest what it is that you want. Your unconscious mind is working 24/7 to bring to you the captain. You're the captain, and your unconscious mind is the crew. So your unconscious mind brings the captain what the captain demands, what the captain asks for. But if the captain and the crew aren't on the same accord, where is the ship going? Right? If the captain says that they want one thing, but really means something else, what is the crew going to do? So let's go deeper into this. What does this look like? Financial abundance is a perfect example. Let's say you grew up in a family where you weren't necessarily abundant growing up. You might have grown up in the hood, or you might have grown up, moving every year, apartment to apartment. You might have grown up in a situation where you had to do some things that made you a little uncomfortable in order to survive, right? A lot of us have been there, unfortunately, especially in the Black community. So when breaking out of that mindset, that conditioning, and that's the thing, we have been conditioned to behave and to respond a certain way to given stimulus. So poverty being one of them, and also your language, and we talked about language, we're going to go deep into language today. But your language, like, do you be like, oh, I'm broke, I ain't got it, I ain't got it, I ain't got it. Billy Carson, Dr. Be Serious, 19 Keys, and Mike Rashid went live the other day talking about this, and Dr. B said something very interesting. I'm broke. Do you have any money? No, I ain't got no money. How much money? You lying. First of all, you lying. How much money do you have in your bank account right now? I got about $150. So you have money, and so we are telling our unconscious mind, we are telling our subconscious mind certain things, and we believe them to be true. And that's the thing, like, you believe that you ain't got no money because you don't have the amount of money that you would like. So let's be clear here. When you bring awareness to certain things, you have to get the forefront of your mind and the back of your mind, the conscious and the unconscious mind, in alignment with each other. When you say things like I'm broke, that is a signal, that is a purchase order that you're putting out to the universe that you do not have. You are operating in lack. And so the unconscious mind is like, okay, that is the purchase order. That is what we will deliver. The crew of the ship says, we are lack. We are embracing lack today because that was the order from the captain, right? So we talked about this on the live with Bryn Drescher yesterday. Like, when you go, so people are like, oh, well, then let's do affirmations. And it's like, I'm rich. That she gave this example. It was really funny. She's like, I'm rich. And they're like, okay, well, your rent's due. I'm rich. Okay, well, your light's about to get cut off. I'm rich. And it's just, you can't continue to say something that you don't necessarily believe, especially if you're operating in a way that dictates the opposite of what you're saying. If you utilize an affirmation, you have to step into the belief of that affirmation. You have to feel it in every cell of your body, right? Which leads us into body, but we'll get there in a second. But it starts with the mindset. It starts with it starts with what's going on in your mind first. And so what I mean by that is, let's continue on the path of affirmations. When you say an affirmation, your unconscious mind has to get reprogrammed to believe the affirmation. So that's why affirmations are not something that you do one time. It's not something you do 10 times. It's something that you consistently do. This is a lifestyle at this point, because you have to redo all of the conditioning that has been embedded in your unconscious mind ever since you popped out of the womb. Okay? So affirmations and incantations, and you're already using incantations, you just don't really realize it. You just don't know it yet. An incantation is something that you say to yourself over and over with conviction and emotion and determination that it is true. An incantation is something that you say to yourself over and over with emotion and conviction that it is true. Your belief is everything. If you believe that it is true that you'll never find the love of your life, or you believe that it is true that you are broke, or you believe that it is true that, I don't know, entrepreneurship just ain't for me. I'll never be able to be a CEO. I'll never be able to be the president of the United States. If Trump could do it, you could do it, okay? Listen. Your belief is everything. And so when you step into a space of repetition with your affirmations and your incantations, and most of your incantations are incantations. Your unconscious mind is telling you what you can't do, right? But step into a space of incantations. Emotions are energy in motion. So put your energy in motion with the words that you're using and bring that reality to you. We're coming out of a space of hustle culture. Let's step out of that space. We're done with that. Let's step into a space of the feminine that's very masculine, which is fine, but balance is necessary. Everything in the universe is balance. If you are not balanced, then one of two things is happening. Either you are being eradicated or eliminated, right? You're either going to die and be transformed into something else, or be completely removed altogether, right? And when you look at nature, that's how things flow in nature. So utilize your incantations, same spelling, different emphasis, for what you are capable of doing, for what your outcome is, for where you'd like to end up in your life, right? And repetition is key. You gotta keep saying it over and over and over and over until your unconscious mind believes it to be true. Okay? Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is everything. The woman who lifted up that car to save the baby. Your mindset is everything. She was determined. She had a definiteness of purpose. step into your definiteness. Convince your unconscious mind that this is the way. Shout out Mandalorian. Now let's move into your body. What happens when you convince your unconscious mind that this is the way? All of your trillions and trillions of cells within your body follow suit. They fall into place. They find that this is the way. And they have an understanding and a communication with each other. So when you allow stress and overwhelm and depression and all of these lower vibrational emotions to enter your body, what do we say emotions are? Energy in motion. So if you have lower vibrational emotions such as overwhelm and depression and stress, that absorbs in your tissues, right? And toxic masculinity, like, oh, men ain't supposed to cry, and, all of this stuff, that is keeping those issues in your tissues, right? But when you cry, you're actually releasing. And releasing is important when holding on to those lower rung emotions because it has to move. It has to go somewhere. If it stays in your body, stress is the number one killer. Everybody knows that. A doctor will tell you that, right? Stress is the number one killer because what it does is it gets stored in your tissues, spreads throughout your body, and then parts of your body begin to fail. But when you flood your body, when you flood your cells with love and gratitude, guess what happens? It creates this alkaline environment within you. Your consciousness is everything, but it starts here first. You have to master this in order to master the body. And let's take, for example, working out. You have to master your mindset to master working out because it is a discipline. It is a discipline to get up every day and move your body and sweat and put yourself through discomfort and sometimes muscular pain in order to grow, right? But it's necessary for the growth, right? And the more you do it, you begin to enjoy it even more, right? It becomes a habit. It becomes a pattern. You build these new neural pathways in your brain. That's why it's so important that mindset is first, because you have neural pathways. All a neural pathway is something that you have done consistently that you can now even do unconsciously. It becomes a habit because it is ingrained in you. It is programmed in you. It is just natural for you. But when you do something with a high level of repetition, you create new neural pathways. At first it's hard. It's challenging. It takes a lot of mental dexterity to get there. But once you do it consistently, it becomes easier and easier and easier until you don't have to even think about it anymore. You just naturally wake up and you're like, okay, it's time to do yoga. It's time to go for a walk, whatever it is, right? So your body alignment is very important. And while we're talking about body alignment, I kind of want to bring the chakras a little bit into this. Your chakra system is your energetic, basically your energetic flow system. Within your body, there are these points that contain plasma, which is energy that flows through them. Same energy that flows on the planet through the earth, the northern lights, that is the earth's plasma energy. We receive this energy from the sun, Solaris, right? So the sun has the same type of plasma energy flowing in and out, but you heard about these solar flares and all this stuff. That is plasma energy. That energy flows within you. So when I say emotions are energy in motion, that is true. When you get stuck on lower rung emotions, your lower chakras, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, these chakras get blocked. And so what happens when you have blocked chakras, let's take this for example. This is my favorite example. You're watering the flowers outside with a water hose, right? If you're just watering with the hose, naturally the water flows beautifully, the flowers get watered, everything's fine. But let's say you take that hose, you fold it in half, you kink it up, and you squeeze it. What happens? The water don't flow through. You might get some trickles here and there, some energy, a little bit will get through, but not all of it, right? And when you release that, obstruction or that blockage, the water continues to flow. So your energetic system is the same way. Your chakras are meant to be free of obstruction and to flow freely. And when they're all in alignment and they're all flowing freely with the energy and the plasma that is within them, then what happens is you become this superconductor. You are a biological electromagnetic machine, right? You are magical. You can attract things like magnets to you by tapping into your own magnetic field. You are electricity. There are trillions and trillions of volts of energy, of electricity flowing through your body right now. You are enough to create a nuclear reaction. Okay, so when you, and that is exactly why that things like Reiki work, right? Because you have the energy, you have the electricity flowing through your body, you know? And so when you create these blockages by holding on to lower rung emotions or lower vibrational emotions such as stress, overwhelm, fear, anger, resentment, greed, envy, these things get stored in your body, which will break down your body's function, right? And when it does that, it causes dis-ease. So if your mind's not right, you can't get your body right, okay? Because you have to get the mind right first. You have to know how to command the body. You have to thank your innate, thank your cells, thank your body for functioning properly, right? That all comes from here. Okay, so start with the mind, then the body, and then spirituality, right? If you are not connected to something greater than yourself or serving a purpose greater than yourself, what are you doing? Tony Robbins says this all the time: business is a spiritual game. And that is so true, because you have to, when you learn how energy flows and the laws of the universe, the more you give, the more you receive. When it comes to self-mastery, it's not just about yourself. It's about your contribution. It's about the way that you interact with other people. It's about allowing people to exercise their free choice and knowing your own sovereignty in the same space. It's about stepping into your true power, right? We are all creators. We are all gods and goddesses. And if it were not true, then this physical reality that we exist in would literally just be an empty space. We are creators. This microphone, somebody created it with their mindset first. Somebody created it with their thought process first, right? This pen, this book in front of me, this computer, like all of these things were once created as a thought. We are all creators. And you have the opportunity to co-create with everyone on this planet. So in doing that, you have to step into your level of divinity in order to just basically attract things into your reality instead of having to chase them, right? So like I said, it all starts with mindset, your mind first. Then it goes into the body, and then it's spirituality. And if one of these things are out of balance, then guess what? Your whole entire life is out of balance. So mind, body, and spirit is beyond important to make sure everything is in alignment for you in order for you to reach your next level. So if you're experiencing resistance, whether if it's with your job, with finances, with finding love, with manifesting your next level in terms of, let's say you want to move somewhere, you want to travel, you have all these aspirations and dreams, but they just stay that. If you feel stagnant in your life, it is because one of those three things are out of alignment. So, okay, Ray, what do I do? Great question. In order to get your body, your mindset, or your spirituality back into alignment, you should come to the Integrator Summit on February 18th, where we will dive deep and show you how to do that. I can't really go deep in like a 20-minute live, but what I can do for you is start with incantations. Start with incantations. Allow the energy to flow through you and recondition your unconscious mind to attract what it is that you're looking to attract in your life. Okay? Start with incantations. Write out 3 of them and say them 3 times a day. Do that for the next week and feel the difference. Feel the difference. And the second thing I would like to say is meditate. 10 minutes. Bring silence, because, you know, a lot of y'all pray, oh, dear God, please, please, please give me, you know, first of all, okay, we're not going to get into the way that you pray, but don't be begging. That also is an energy of lack, right? When you pray, be thankful. You may ask for things in prayer, but meditation is when you receive instruction, when you receive guidance. The universe, spirit, your higher self are all in communication with you at all times. So if you missed yesterday's live, we talked about synchronicity. That is how spirit communicates with you. So step into your space of synchronicity and listen instead of asking for everything all the time. Listen. Embrace that solitude, that silence, and allow your higher self, allow spirit, allow the universe, you and I verse, right? Allow it to guide you. Okay? So, join us February 18th for the Integrator Summit. It is going to be the most amazing event. It's free. Just go to theintegratorsummit.com and sign up today. It's going, like, you literally do not want to miss this event. You do not. If you're feeling stagnation, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling stuck in any area of your life, this is the answer. This is the key. Go to theintegratorsummit.com, sign up right now. Right now. Okay, that's all I got for y'all today. I got so many things to do this plasma or this day. We'll be going live again. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm going live, I think twice today on Instagram at melanin_goddess333. Melanin_goddess333. So follow me on Instagram. Check it out. We'll be going live. We'll be doing R&R with Ray, which is the real and raw of entrepreneurship. We'll be talking about that tonight with Sparkle Bailey. Super excited. And yes, get your Integrator Summit ticket right now. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, magical, manifesting day, and bring the incantation and the positive, high vibrational energy into the rest of your day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.